Imagine this, just one stray shot in the East China Sea could drag all of Asia into war. China and Japan, two economic superpowers, are on the brink of the hottest conflict in a decade. From the unhealed wounds of World War II to tiny islands that could change the world, and now the Taiwan crisis pushing everything to a climax in 2025. Does peace still have a chance, or are we about to witness the biggest war of the 21st century? Today, I'm going to break it all down in depth with the hottest events. If you don't want to miss videos like this top-tier current affairs analysis, like right now and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get alerts first. Let's get started. The historical wound that is never healed, World War II. Let's turn back the clock to the darkest years of the 1930s in Asian history. Japan, under its militarist regime, launched the most brutal invasion against China. It started with the occupation of Manchuria in 1931, then full-scale war in 1937. The result? Tens of millions of Chinese people lost their lives, a number that makes anyone shudder. The peak was the Nanjing Massacre in 1937. In just 6 weeks, Japanese troops slaughtered hundreds of thousands of civilians and raped tens of thousands of women. These historical photos still horrify the world. It didn't stop there. Unit 731 conducted barbaric biological experiments on living people, and the Comfort Women system, forcing tens of thousands of women into sexual slavery. For the Chinese people, this isn't just history, it's a national trauma taught from a young age. They accused Japan of never truly apologizing, claiming Japanese textbooks beautify the past. Japan acknowledges the atrocities, but every time a politician visits Yasukuni Shrine, where Class A war criminals are honored, Beijing erupts in outrage. Even though trade reaches hundreds of billions of USD, this wound means trust is zero. It forms the foundation for all tensions today. The territorial flashpoint, Senkaku Diaoyu Islands. Moving to the present, tiny uninhabited islands in the East China Sea, Japan calls them Senkaku, China calls them Diaoyu. They're rich in oil and gas and hold extremely important strategic value. Japan has controlled them in practice since 1895, with the US returning them in 1972, but China claims sovereignty dating back to ancient times. Tensions exploded in 2012 when Japan nationalized the islands, leading to massive protests in China and the destruction of Japanese businesses. In 2025, the situation is even hotter. Chinese Coast Guard vessels continuously enter the contested waters, hundreds of times this year alone, a new record. Just one small collision could escalate into a major conflict. This isn't just about islands, it's a battle for power in Asia. Geopolitical competition and the 2025 Taiwan crisis. Japan is no longer a purely pacifist nation. They're increasing defense spending to record levels, revising the constitution, and converting warships into de facto aircraft carriers. The biggest flashpoint in 2025, Taiwan. Prime Minister Sanae Taikachi declared, if Taiwan is attacked, it would be a situation threatening survival. Japan has the right to military intervention. China was furious, banning Japanese seafood, canceling cultural events, issuing travel warnings. The peak was in December 2025. Chinese fighters locked radar on Japanese aircraft, a deemed action just one step away from firing. Japan is strengthening Yonaguni Island near Taiwan and tightening its alliance with the US. China feels surrounded. Relations are at their lowest point in years. In summary, China-Japan tensions are no accident. Bloody history, disputed islands, and the big power game over Taiwan. Both sides have legitimate reasons from their own perspectives, but the lack of trust makes everything prone to explode. Thank you all for watching this super long and detailed video to the end. If you found it good, like hard, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss the next hot current affairs analyses. Comment below, do you think war will happen? I read them all. See you next time. Peace out.